is some procedure by which when we were talking about your day passes, that you can incorporate Blue Line with your regular transit. I think you get more ridership to Blue Line if you could do that. And also in the future to think about perhaps having the Blue Line or some other line that serviced the specific areas, service more north and south type things that work. I think there's a lot of duplication in the Blue Line in our current transit. And if there was something that dealt with north-south type interests, especially with, as we find a lot of our grocery stores and markets have gone out to the periphery of the city. And there isn't a lot of service to that. And when I ride the bus, I tend to see people with a lot of children and a lot of grocery bags walking a long way to our bus stops. And that's just something that I'd like you to consider. Overall, I think I just like to say that I think the raise in rates, it's not something I particularly want to see, but as someone who doesn't get her car fixed because I can't afford to drive it, even if I do, I can understand the need for an increased fare. And I have no problem with that. But I'd just like to bring those things to your attention. Thank you.
If I can just make one comment. When I made my presentation, I didn't call out the Blue Line, but one of our recommendations is exactly addressing what was just suggested, that the Blue Line be incorporated as part of the entire system. So I just wanted to point that out. That is part of the recommended fare structure.
Thank you. Any other comments? Okay, seeing none, what's the pleasure of the board?
Move staff's recommendation for option number 3, incorporating the various comments that were made by the consultant as well as the individuals who made testimony.
Okay, I have a motion, a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay.
Mr. Chair, if I may add, I noticed that several of the shelters that were identified as being spots that were rather warm. Certainly I will take this information back to our Public Works Directors, the city manager. I also would suggest that if possible they would devise some kind of methodology on which to keep the county staff apprised of the various things that we're doing in order to provide covered sheltered spaces, clean covered shelters, if you will, for the bus stops.
The one thing that I'd like to see in the future on all bus stops, and currently we're coming up with a plan for a park and a bus stop. That's one of our plans. But we've talked about this before, but trees is a big thing. Shrubs and trees is cool. It'll cool that concrete and the asphalt down. And if you grow the right trees, they grow fast and you'll have some shade. I think that's important. That when we redid our downtown redevelopment, we put in trees that were strategic to that. And I think that's important to have that. Makes it cooler. Okay. Kathy? Nothing? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, reports, Regional Council Coordinators report.
I'll be very, very brief. Last month, the Regional Council gave staff the authorization to go ahead and, as soon as we worked out the final agreement on the public bypass with the CTC and Caltrans and all the parties, to go ahead and get the chairman, Mr. Fuentes, to sign that and get it on up to SCAG and then up to Caltrans and then over to CTC. We had to get all of this done by July 1, and I'm happy to say that at this point it has left El Centro with Chairman Fuentes' signature. It has been signed by the SCAG Executive Director. It went to Caltrans yesterday, and we understand that Director Kempton is going to sign it and they can take it downstairs to the CTC, so we'll have at least 2 or 3 days to spare on this, and we will be all official with the CTC, and hopefully everything is still on track for the rapid delivery of the Valley bypass.
Thank you. IVAC Regional Council Members Report.
I just wanted to make a quick introduction, if I may leave it open. We have Mr. Bill Murtha in the back, if you please stand up. He is the new site manager, general manager for First Term, the contractor that he started yesterday, officially yesterday.
Did we make it warm enough for you?
Yes, it's warm enough, no more. Thank
So
you.
we're really happy that.
I think you had second thoughts when I told him how many days we had at triple digit weather.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, back to IVAC Regional Council Members Reports.
No council member reports.
None.
Well, no council member reports, but if you're not ready for comments from the regional council members, are you, Mr. Chair? Well, I'd like to just comment that, as you all know, a number of months ago, we did approve at the IVAC Regional General Assembly a governance structure to look into whether or not we want to maintain the same governance structure. I wanted to inform you that Mr. Edney has had our staff prepare a resolution, and he will probably be coming forward with it at our next meeting to advocate for the continuance of seeing what the status is of that committee, and to encourage this regional council to move forward with that option,
Okay.
the option of looking into it.
Okay. All right, 2-3. Southern California Association of Governments Report. That was what you were, okay. California Department of Transportation. Okay. How you doing, Sean?
Good. Sean Rizzuto. I just wanted to give you guys a report. We're finally complete with the signal at Keystone, and we're ahead of schedule. We do have some preliminary, repetitive work that has to be done for some striping issues with some substandard material that was placed, but the signal is fully operational, and we expect to be accepting that contract fairly soon. So, and then I'm available for any questions with regard to other projects in Imperial County.
What's the status of the McCabe 111 intersection? As far as signalization and opening up that, I've been asked that this past week by several.
McCabe 111, we're looking at issuing a encroachment permit to the county of Imperial for the execution of that work, probably within the next month.
And the projected timeline, if everything is lined up accordingly?
The county would need to order signal poles, and we'll advertise a contract, obviously. They come before your board to advertise a contract and then move forward with that work. So the signal could take anywhere from 3 to 6 months to complete.
All right, thank you, Sean.
Take us right in. That will take us right into the burrowing out season.
Burrowing out season is from February 1st through...
That's what I'm saying. It's going to take it just about right.
So if you get in there after September 1st, then we'll have just enough time to get it completed before we have any issues with burrowing.
Sure the state won't issue a hunting license on those?
Not to my knowledge. Fishing game is not particularly fond of that.
I was going to say on September 1st, they may just get scared off anyway from all the guns going on. Okay. Looks like next meeting, IVAC Regional Council will be held Wednesday, July 23rd, 2008, 6 p.m. Meeting adjourned.